na EU ye nim ne se European Union ye twa ne tia wa se EU no sabre de ensem bia ba beto abonten efa wo mo ene Ghana enhyehyeye a ene Australia ene Iceland enhyehyeye on pese wo mo eye intuition screens so I will see EU to sign defense partnership with Australia, Iceland and Ghana. Colors same. Now colors EU foreign policy staff or no abekasa wode atudwa say European Union about 27 countries and a domo a wo European Union no womo ayi womo adwen se womo ne Ghana, Australia ne Iceland ba beko ntiase apama no mo beka bomu na womo assign defense defense womo assign defense pact sa defense pact ne de eba be ye ne say eba no ahobambo ho nsem ewo Ghana, Australia ne Iceland EU no na collaborating with Ghana na said de be ya we can protect the citizens in the country nhyehyeye ne ade begu akwanmu they can come in for us in times of security, in times of security needs and want any idea sabe akwase a whole lot of conversation ewo Ghana already no there are other countries they are already in that defense partnership no with EU already and as I say colors where the EU foreign policy staff no so ababe disclose say Ghana so enche yen Australia mine so kan any Iceland e ka ho no ye babe ye yen so ye babe sign ye dia say no omo betimi ababe boa eba no security issues any ade ho ana utimi ze amanfo bebre eka eho asem a wo mu edi ho nkomo ene ade ebi che say this is good at least there is na che say Ghana ye chia ye du na ye hu say yen so ye wo backings we get backing enya asem ketwa na when nyina ekoso no na che say ebi so eche mu say Ghana say de NDC aban ba ye bebi omudi yen ewura no where they are passing our head and eti erera no ano ohye papa and so some have even called for the fact there should be a rethink about this but ebi so say is a good thing this partnership no ebeboa woman Ghana ye ankasa with regards to partnership any collaborating with countries foreign countries any ade no and as I break there akwakotwetwe ensem foforo enso abaga na hanum say esanse sabre ya mene wo kase die eyedom kuma wo mo ewo mrahye bedwafie wo maka wo mo ho dendendin a enya asem ketwa wo mo echire mo a wo matete se foreign affairs minister wo nam na wo keka se na ewo one of the foreign platforms so say US for any Ghana for be collaborate ye na se be omu use Ghana ye airspace na wo mo de boa ye ma omu fight ISIS for Nigeria ne ade omu mechirem because yete won ye dwen ye hu mo start in US for cause collaborate na fe ye hu abe ISIS for nation no ma so le tie aye de ye gitumenye ye nte say wo ma friends and chofo nhye mu a omu chemu say was say my majority in parliament womoba no mo be yi asem na no foreign affairs minister ombra no mechire nsem ni mu yie say why na man sa kwanya no say wo mo any US for nkambom eni sa adwuma no yenko na yenko tinsem a wo mo editudwa.
We want to warmly welcome you this afternoon. This side is the minority caucus in parliament, specifically the Committee on Foreign Affairs. We want to clarify a few issues that have to do with the Minister for Foreign Affairs issues and comments. And then at this point, I want to cede the stage to the ranking member of the Foreign Affairs Committee to deal with or address the issues as we have taken stance on as minority of the House. So I'll leave you, he will finish it, and if there's a question to deal with, we'll come back and deal with the question. And if there's a translation to be done in other languages to do so. Thank you very much. Let's welcome Honorable Abdullah.
Let's begin by thanking you for honoring our invitation at such short notice and to indicate that we've invited you this afternoon to speak to and address a matter of grave national concern, a matter which has implications, far-reaching implications on the foreign policy position of our country, as well as the national security position of our country. Yesterday or so, the foreign minister of our country, the Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, in London at the Chatham House, in contributing to a panel discussion, indicated that sometime last year, December 2025, the Mahama administration collaborated and cooperated with the United States of America and ceded Ghanaian territory as a grounds or basis, a base for the United States of America to unleash airstrikes against ISIS in northern Nigeria. Indeed, the foreign minister indicated that this was done at the express authorization of the government of President Mahama. This was said on a foreign soil before a foreign international institute, the Chatham House, as I've indicated. And we members of Parliament and members of the Minority Caucus of Parliament, specifically members of the Foreign Affairs Committee of Parliament, heard this just as any one of you hearing it on the airwaves of our country, that our government worked with the United States of America, a foreign government, to organize a military action against a terrorist group in another foreign country in West Africa, Nigeria. There are very important questions to be asked. Firstly, what is the framework within which the Ghanaian government collaborated with the United States of America? We are reliably informed and we are reliably guided by the former Minister of Defense, who is on my right-hand side here, that at no stage in the 8 years of the Akufo-Addo administration did the government of Ghana get into any agreement with the United States to have Ghana be used as a base for launching military attacks in other foreign countries. So at what stage and through what legal mechanism or framework did our government collaborate and agree with the government of the United States of America to unleash a military action and airstrikes against a terrorist organization in a foreign country, Nigeria? That is the first question. The second question, if the government of Ghana entered into any such agreement with the government of the United States of America, the dictates and tenets of our national constitution are express and clear that such agreements must necessarily elicit parliamentary approval. And so if there was any such agreement, why has the government as yet not tabled that agreement before the Parliament of Ghana for ratification or otherwise? Thirdly, what are the national security implications for our country with this kind of collaboration? Does Ghana become a target of ISIS? Does Ghana become a target for other terrorist organizations? What measures have been put in place in Ghana to ensure that our citizens are protected and our national security is safeguarded? And so what measures has the government put in place in the light of this extraordinary disclosure by the foreign minister, a very high-ranking official of the government and a member of the National Security Council of the government, that our government, on the blind side of all of Ghana, the media, civil society, parliament, and other stakeholders in our country, collaborated and cooperated with the United States in December last year, some 3 clear months ago, to authorize a military action from Ghanaian soil into a foreign country against a terrorist organization? What measures have they put in place to protect Ghanaians? These are the 3 fundamental questions we ask. And we conclude by making this strong and firm demand that the Minister for Foreign Affairs should appear before Parliament immediately to brief Parliament the circumstances under which the Mahama administration collaborated with the United States to perpetuate this military action in Nigeria, and what framework, legal framework, was it that they took this action, and table it before Parliament for the consideration of Parliament. And finally, to give the Ghanaian people the needed assurance that Ghana is not being unnecessarily exposed to terrorist organizations. We thank you very much.
Abusiafo eye the minority in parliament and I who say womo afre eye ensentwofo nhyiemudi a womo chemu say ensemo a foreign affairs minister ekokan on a foreign platform about the collaboration between US to fight ISIS in Nigeria using our airspace no womo mechirem because nyema bi say no e wo say famra hye bedwafie na womo gitumu ansana etimi akoso sa amane sa de a na chese bibi atochima ewo baby a womo penchirimu ASAP. And whether the foreign affairs minister will come out and clear the air on this particular issue because it raises a whole lot of concerns. Say, hey, now from how the minority is projecting it, not just say Ghana ye pass mama ye huanesa. ISIS for crabit me who say ye US for a collaborator against them. Na afe ye be huane say she na afe asemwesi ewukrum ha, which we don't want to experience that. And no, and as I break the enkomo a social media no eso. Ye moving on na ye